Technical University, Dr. Mr. Eric Low. Today you will have presentation about Hong Kong Polytechnic University, and at the end of this presentation you have a chance to ask your questions. So do not hesitate to ask any questions about your studying about that university, and then I will send you this presentation, so you don't have to take photos or write something. You will get this information from me, okay?
Okay, well, good afternoon. Yeah, so after a long day of classes, are you tired?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I'll keep my presentation as short as possible, as precise as possible. So today, apart from myself, actually, I have my colleague, Dr. Steve Boats. He's from the Faculty of Engineering. So I will give you a brief introduction about PolyU, about Hong Kong, and Steve will tell you more about the engineering program. So first of all, may I know how many of you are interested in engineering? So this is chemistry and biology school, so how many are interested in chemistry? So engineering first. Engineering. Okay. Science? Interested in science? Interested in business? Okay. Other disciplines? So what are they?
Hospitality, for example.
Hospitality management. Good. Well, hospitality management. Okay. I'm sure that after the presentation, you will know that all disciplines you want to study, you will find it in PolyU. Okay, let's start. So, well, you watched the video, so you can also have some ideas about PolyU and about Hong Kong. So, this is some pictures taken in Hong Kong. So first of all, if I talk about Hong Kong, if I ask you, Hong Kong, what comes to your mind? China.
Alpha City.
Sorry?
Alpha City.
Yes, and?
Development.
Development, and? Any? So any other descriptions about Hong Kong?
Skyscrapers.
Very fast life.
Fast life?
Which life?
A lot of people.
Okay, so I'm waiting for an answer. I'm waiting for one answer. Good education, yes, exactly. So Hong Kong is an education hub, and in Hong Kong we have quite a lot of universities, and all good universities is comparable to any parts of the world. And definitely PolyU is one of them. Of course, well, these are the pictures as you can see. So how many people are here in Karaganda? The population of Karaganda. Anyone knows? 500,000? And how about whole Kazakhstan?
17 million.
17 million. Okay. So, do you know how big is Astana? No idea? Okay. So, Hong Kong population is 7.3, 7.4 million.
Oh my god.
Okay, the size is about twice as large as Astana. So you can imagine, Hong Kong is a very crowded place, and when you come to Hong Kong, or what you will see, what you will have, your first impression is a lot of tall buildings. So it's very common that you will see buildings with 40, 50 stories. So the tallest building in Hong Kong is 115 stories. So you can go from ground floor to 115th floor. Can't you imagine that? But this is quite common in Hong Kong. There's several buildings. So a lot of skyscrapers. And Hong Kong is an international city. So, if you know a bit about the history of Hong Kong, we are China now. We're part of China right now. But before 1997, like 20 years before, we were a British colony. And what they left us, one of the very precious one is the language. So in Hong Kong, everything is bilingual. So you don't need to know Chinese, even though we're now part of China. You don't need to know Chinese. All you need is English. So you can use English everywhere. So because of this, Hong Kong is, a lot of companies set up their regional headquarters in Hong Kong. And, you're all, when you finish your study in Hong Kong, you can stay in Hong Kong and work in Hong Kong. So Hong Kong government welcome talents. So when you finish your study with us, you can stay in Hong Kong for 1 year to look for a job. But during that year, you don't need to have any visa or any requirement or any permit to stay in Hong Kong, so 1 year. So of course, after 1 year, you should be able to find a job. And I can assure you that if you graduate from PolyU, we have an extremely high employment rate. Over 98% of our graduates can find a job within 6 months. So which means you graduate in May, before December, you should be able to find a job. Okay? And the average salary in Hong Kong is about 2,000 US per month. The average salary, 2,000 per month in Hong Kong. Of course, as Steve would let you know, engineers can earn even more per month. 2,000 is just an average. And in Hong Kong, it's because we have a very long history, so it's also a city with a Chinese history, Chinese culture, and the Western culture. So in Hong Kong, you can enjoy a variety of life. And you can see different, this is the tram, which is, almost 100 years of history. This is the type of public transport in Hong Kong. And Hong Kong is so internationalized, and you will see a lot of international people, a lot of expatriates working in Hong Kong, like Steve. He's an American, but he works in Hong Kong, and you'll also find a lot of people from other nationalities working in Hong Kong. And on PolyU, you'll find a lot of international students as well, and a lot of Kazakhstan students, of course. Okay, Hong Kong. Why come to Hong Kong? Of course, apart from the good education, apart from all the attractions, Hong Kong is also one of the best student cities in the world, according to QS ranking, which ranks the university, and also they rank the student cities as well. So, on all these aspects, international student ratio in the city, safety score of the city, employer popularity of the students among the employers, and also the cost of living index. It's very important that, you may not concern about this, but I'm sure your teachers, your parents will concern about the safety of the city, whether you go to the city, whether it's safe or not. Yeah, because now in the world, even you go to Europe, you go to Paris, you go to France, you go to Brussels, you go to Belgium, it may not be safe, so there are a lot of terrorist attacks. But in Hong Kong, it's very safe, I can assure you. And, in Hong Kong, it's not very cheap. I would say that the cost of living is quite high as well, especially on housing. So, how expensive it can be? It can be like 500 US per month to rent a place to stay. But you study with us, and we guarantee you stay in the dormitory for 3 years. So you can stay in the dormitory at a very low cost, which is far lower than in the private market. So you don't need to worry that you need to go to the private market, find a place to stay. So about PolyU, as I said, we are offer very good education. So we are ranked 6th in the world for young university. So this is ranking top 50 university which age under 50. So we rank 6th in the world. And among the subjects we taught, although we're young, 8 subjects rank top 50 in the world. So all programs in PolyU are taught in English because we have, you see, students from 38 different countries. We need to have a teaching medium that everyone can understand. So that's why all programs are taught in English. So here you see the dots. These are where our students came from. So you can see our students came from Europe, Asia, Africa, America, South America, Australasia, and of course, Kazakhstan. So as I said, PolyU now is a comprehensive university. Well, although our name is Polytechnic, we do not just offer engineering subjects or science subjects. We are comprehensive. We have eight faculties and schools. So the first one is applied science and textile. If you're interested in science, well, you can study biotech, chemical technology, engineering physics, food safety. If you're interested in math, you can study investment science. You know, in Hong Kong, we are a international financial center, and we need a lot of professionals in investment. And of course, we also have the fashion and textile program in this faculty. As you can see, the statistics and operational research, we are 46 in the world. So if you're interested in business, well, Hong Kong, you can easily find job in any professions or companies that are business related. So in our business school, we offer accountancy, finance, financial services, global supply chain, international shipping and transport logistics, management and marketing. And another thing I want to let you know is that we are one of the very few business schools in the world that have the accreditation. So it's accredited by AACSB and EQUIS, which means if you in the future, you want to study MBA, or if you want to study any research program or business program in other business schools in the world, when they know that, oh, you're from PolyU Business School, it's a double accredited business school, well, it's absolutely an assurance of business education quality. So, about construction and environment. So we're established as a polytechnic, so we are very strong and very big engineering faculty, and we split into two. So we group all the disciplines related to building, to construction and environment into this, construction and environment faculty. So what's construction and environment? So we start from, we have a land, so we need the surveying people to really look at the land, whether it's suitable for an infrastructure, building or bridges or railway station or airport. And then we need the surveyors, we need the civil engineers to help build the structure, all this. We need the building services people and building engineering people. Like in the building, you need all the system, lighting, ventilation. In Kazakhstan, you need central heating, all the pipelines, all the gas pipes. So we need people from the building engineering, building services to fix this. And when the building completed, you need the property management people to take care of the whole property, no matter it's an airport or is it just a school or any infrastructure. So this is what you can learn from the construction and environment faculty. So for engineering, so we have different engineering subjects, and I won't spend time here, as Steve will talk a little bit more later. But as you can see, we are one of the very best engineering schools in the world. It's the 15th on all the engineering research. This is by the US News and World Report ranking. Well, apart from all the science, business subjects, we also offer humanities, because we think that our students, you also need to learn something about humanities, social sciences to enrich your study. So if you're interested in becoming corporate communication, interpreter, translation, linguistics, you can just study the bachelor programs offered in this faculty. So all about language, culture, and communication. Of course, if you're interested in Asian languages or European languages like Korean, Japanese, this faculty also offers minor programs in all this. So you can take a major in marketing and a minor in Korean studies. Health and social sciences. So within the health and social sciences faculty, we are the only institution in Hong Kong over the allied health. So any of you have been to hospital before? Yes? Yes? Okay, so in the hospital, apart from nurse, apart from physical doctor, have you met any people from the allied health, any allied health professionals? Any of you? So, as I see, some of you must have met some of the professionals before. So if you wear glasses, you must have contact with the optometry people. And if you have a surgery, say for example, if you have a broken leg, and then after the surgery, you will need a physiotherapist to help you recover. So these are all the allied health people that will help you, and work in the professionals working in the hospital. So we also have a design school. So when I tour around the campus, I find a lot of beautiful art pieces. And if you're really interested in the art or design, so you can apply to our design school. So anyone remember in the video you watched, there's a very big white building, very different building. Anyone remember? Yes. That's where our School of Design locates. So it's the house of our School of Design. So all these classrooms,